of his. We'll talk later because
he's not making the most of his opportunities.
No, this is in-game conjecture. This is fun.
Okay, so I'm thinking all of the traffic going through her shop. He's got, if I'm hearing it right, he's got specialized customers. He's not having the normal hoi polloi coming into his shop. He's dealing with high-level people.
Right, but he's also working the wasteland, probably looking for scrap and stuff from the war that's been missed. Right.
So he has a vested interest in that as well.
He has a vested interest in that as well.
Okay, that's what I'm
Not only that, but as we've seen in the Fallout universe, you have these people that go out there and wander the wasteland and find something interesting, or perhaps they find a site or cache that's been untouched or pre-war tech. That's important to know. And Brightwater sits in an area where that is now becoming more and more viable because now you have the Brahmin trails coming in to run food from the waste that may have seen something or not.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hell,
And
that's
there's also-
what I was thinking. I was thinking of The Sopranos, where the Bada Bing, most of the people that are usually in there are just the guys. That's like his little front. He doesn't really need, like if another strip club moved in, Tony doesn't really need to worry about that.
It's not like a front.
Okay, that's what I was...
It's not like a front in that he actually does have an honest stake in this, but he's doing everything he can to make a buck, and if he can smuggle, it's like Muslim Joe smuggling alcohol wherever he went, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he can make a little extra money as he's walking the wasteland, he will.
Not to mention Tony Soprano did have that nice legitimate garbage business, which also made him a crap load of money.
Yeah.
So even the mafia, one of the things about the mafia I find so fascinating is that the current mafia actually makes as much money from their legitimate business as they do from their crime businesses, and probably would make more from the legitimate businesses than crime if they actually invested more in their legitimate businesses. But they're so habitually oriented towards crime they can't help themselves.
No, I don't want to detract anymore.
But basically, that's what this guy's trying to do. He sees her as a threat because he's trying to make a buck anywhere he can, including from the hoi polloi.
Correct.
In the comics.
Then it makes complete sense to me.
Not to mention the fact that, well, he also just doesn't like her because of her associations and her
That
friends.
also makes sense, like to a certain level. I get that.
Because how many mafia thugs do we know?
She insulted the shit out of him, so I can almost think, and the one
There's that.
Well,
person
he
snickered at him.
insulted her first,
Right.
so...
So
yeah.
he might have just had an emotional reaction to it
And then
as
there's
well.
the fact that he knows a father, forefather type, and he obviously has a strong prejudice in that regard.
Okay, yeah, so I can see it. I get it.
Imagine Italian mafioso being basically insulted by a black gangbanger.
The idea is if he played his cards right and didn't have such a reaction, he'd probably be okay right now.
Possibly.
Yeah.
All right. So as dusk is about to fall, you suddenly hear a radio transmission. This is Marisola, and just letting all you cats and jacks know out there who are looking for Mr. Reginald, that dastardly little fox. He's been seen headed south towards. I think I actually named the site the graveyard. That's what they call it here locally.
Oh, the graveyard.
Towards the graveyard.
I remember that now.
I wrote that down.
He is now about 1.5 miles, last saw by Eyes in the Sky, 1.5 miles past Well 4. Well 4 is a well-known oasis out in the wasteland on the way into town. You realize that what she's just transmitted, that he's about 12 miles down the road. He hustled. As soon as he was out of sight, they must have made those Brahmin gallop.
He's going to wear out his animals fast.
Yep.
Right? But he probably wanted that initial little burst to get somewhere.
What was it? Well, what?
Well 4.
Well 4.
If we have mechanical transportation.
We can get the Sparrow.
And not only that, but we have the walkers. We have the robots.
They're not giving you the robots.
No, we don't have the walk. I'm not talking the military. I'm the ones we got from the
the
bunker.
exploratory rockers?
Yeah.
Exploratory walkers?
Yeah, we don't use them because we don't really need to. But
you would need to make a repair roll first to recharge them because they were electric.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
they worked off a battery.
And
they would have enough of a range and enough of a speed that you could get there by about, I would say, a week. It's not a week. You get there about an hour before dawn. But then it won't have the power to get back.
Crap.
Oh,
yeah, man,
well then is it...
I didn't think they had that short of a range.
Pack Percy with fission batteries.
Okay, we can do that. I'm sure Veronica has fission batteries in her stock.
If you get the batteries, we'll do it. If not, we're going by Brahma. We're just going to have to conserve our animals.
This is kind of personal at this point.
Because if he's riding the animals that hard, his animals will go down.
I'm going to make a roll.
And we will catch up.
I'll make a roll for Percy, too. Okay. Hearing you say Percy packed fission batteries, Percy's like, yes, Mom. And he gets every single fission battery you have on hand.
Okay.
Which is like 10 of them.
Okay.
And then he goes and he actually purchases fission batteries from other merchants. So you have a total of like 20.
Okay.
As well as you're scrambling around town so that if you guys have to trail this guy for a few days, you can do it, keep powering the walkers.
Okay.
I got a 13.
His idea being, we can always make the money back or sell them back when we don't need them.
Not only that, but I'm gonna bring some Brahmas
That's
with
what I
us.
was just thinking. There. I got a 13.
Well,
on
if
my
you
repair.
bring the walkers, you'll leave the Brahmin behind if you're going at top speed.
Can I have some deputies follow behind us with the Brahmas?
Yeah, the military guys can do that, and they can follow your trail with pretty much ease.
Yeah, and some Connie cowhands and so on, so they don't get robbed. Basically, enough firepower and enough skilled hands to keep these things.
Yeah, they can do that.
The reason why I'm thinking of that is always have a backup plan. Not to mention the fact that this Reginald is moving as fast as he is going to have to stop for at least a couple days to rest his animals. Otherwise he's gonna run into the ground literally and he'll be walking. So we will catch up with him. Even if we took the Brahmas, we'd still catch up with him. This is supposed to be faster, plus firepower, because walkers.
The walkers actually don't have any firepower on them, remember?
I know, but they're big and they're heavy and they're metal, which means they can stomp shit.
Okay, so if you don't remember, it was a sit-down unit.
Mm-hmm.
It only stood about, I think I said only about 6-7 feet high. It's not that big. It's actually kind of cozy. You do have enough storage space in the back. You put all your gear. But originally, this was meant to be a utility unit that's meant to like walk around base or explore a small area. It has a couple of utility units on it and it can run at about 20 to 30 miles an hour.
Okay, I understand, but still, if you hit somebody with a Volkswagen Bug at 20, 30 miles an hour, they're still going to.
If you want to ram them, yeah. I'm just pointing out that it's not an armored vehicle.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, still, nobody wants to get hit with metal at 20, 30 miles an hour. So.
So you go and you power up your exploratory walkers.
Mm-hmm.
They're called ostriches, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
And you get them. I need drive rolls. If you don't have the drive skill, then it's a straight agility at neg 2. Veronica's just spinning chips left and right.
I don't want to fuck this up.
I don't blame her.
She's kind of like, wanting to make sure she gets this guy.
10.
Okay.
What does that give me? A
Oh,
plus 2?
hell.
Yeah, which means it buys off the neg 2.
You didn't see that roll, right?
No, I didn't. You have to wait till I'm watching. Was that a snake eyes?
Yeah. Okay, so 4,
Yes, please
5,
wait
6.
till I'm watching.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody manages to pilot their ostriches correctly. The elf will ride on her radstag, which is actually surprisingly keeping up.
Yeah, I didn't think it would be a problem with her.
And the robots, you're running across the field, and you end up closing in
Thank you.
on the following. Let me pause real quick while I draw the map. All right, so as you can see, this is the general area, and I'm really looking forward to doing this from now on about how this is going to work. I think this actually works a lot better. We are coming from this direction, and the first thing you're to see when you come there is there's this old burned out chopper. And I say burned out, I mean burned out. It's a Hulk. You don't have to worry about it going nuclear. There is, however, a decrepit truck beside of it. The truck appears to be largely intact, which means that if that engine gets damaged in the Fallout universe, it might go nuclear.
And they drove these things and had auto access.
Yes, they did, which is one of the things I don't understand about the Fallout continuity. Because I remember looking at it and going, wait a minute, hold on. All the engines are nuclear? What happens if they have a car accident?
Yeah, the first thing that popped in my head is that they're driving these things around with possible car accidents.
Now, back when it was all like fission batteries in the continuity, it made sense because if the fission battery cracks, it just stops working, right? You might have someone get a little dose of radiation, but you're going to have boom, right? But apparently the new continuity in 4, because they wanted to have this big thing blow up, is that there's actually kind of a slush
It started in 3.
that you feed into the vehicle.
It
Started in 3.
because it started with the blow.
But before you actually see the refilling stations, you actually have like this weird thing you put into the vehicle. It like puts this like deuterium slush or something into it that the vehicle is using to power itself. And I don't know why.
Even fusion doesn't go off in a big, huge boom. It just
I know,
Game
but
designers just wanted some way of making
they want something
explosions happen
boom.
in the game. That's all there is to
all right,
it.
so it's part of the continuity now. This is a small crick with pools in it, and by all those cricks you see Brahmin, which I'm going to draw as oblong.
Oh, good eating.
I would actually expect that from just a good old-fashioned electrical battery. Because how many times have you seen stories about computers and cell phones going bang
Oh yeah,
from
no kidding.
overheating?
Yeah.
You
There was
know?
like a whole flurry of exploding
Yeah,
cell phones
Samsung-
for a while.
Samsung,
Yeah.
These areas here that I've marked with the scribbles, this is actually some razor grass.
That's razor grass.
That's razor grass. Elevations, +5, +10, and then there's a dip where the +10 elevation starts dropping back down. That's on the far side
Okay,
of the
what
map.
direction are we coming from?
Coming from over here.
Okay.
You do see an old burned out building in the back. It looks decrepit, and it looks like it's had some repair work done on it. Someone's replaced the roof with like 10 and placards.
All right, Admiral Akbar.
Oh boy.
And right now you have the 4 of you.
Alrighty. Who wants to lead the charge into the fusion reactor? I mean, sorry.
And I'm gonna put us in white.
Who wants to lead the charge into?
What's instant message shorthand? FFS.
All right, we're gonna be.
I don't know.
Who wants to lead the charge into the Death Star's fusion core?
Oh, sure as hell ain't
And I'm
gonna
also
be
gonna turn
me.
this map around. So hold on a second.
Ah, the shield is up.
FFS, you said?
Yeah.
Hold that for me.
Future or something.
Sure.
Yo.
Would you grab your glass, please?
Grab your glass. Sorry. Put your phone down. Thank you. We're trying to play here.
All right.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, okay.
That wouldn't
Thank
might do
you.
that.
I was way off.
All right. So you're out there. You're in your auspices.
What are you doing?
Mhm. Matt, this could end quick.
You want-
I'm just waiting for the good father to get done doing
Now,
whatever he's
at
doing.
a normal pace, an ostrich can move in a single turn about 100 feet. So that's 10 inches on this map.
Damn, that's pretty good.
If you sprint it, it'll run 20 because it can move 30 miles an hour. And if you do nothing but move the unit, it'll move 5 inches on this map.
Now, we have several questions here. Do they know for a fact that we on the ground
I'm sorry.
are coming?
I'm sorry. I'm going to repeat that. 10 inches normal.
Sorry.
Careful.
10
no more of
inches
that.
normally. 10 inches normally. 20 on a sprint. If you do nothing, I'm going to say 50 inches on this map altogether because it's a unit runs 30 miles an hour. But that's doing nothing but moving.
50 inches?
The unit can run up to 30 miles an hour. Each inch on this map is 10 feet.
Oh. Okay.
So yes, that would be about 50 inches, which
So,
would be
right off the map.
almost all of this.
So where would Reginald plausibly be located? In the
essentially.
building?
Possibly.
Or...
That's the thing, though. Does he even know we're coming? I mean, he knows that people are after him, I'm sure, by this
Well, the
point.
ostriches aren't that big, so as much as I hate saying you could have stealthily approached in a big walking robot, it actually technically is
Boy.
possible because it's also dark.
Oh.
This is now, because the dark was falling before you left town,
Mm-hmm.
this is now at like 11 o'clock in the evening.
Don't we have night vision?
And
Yes,
the ostriches,
you do.
in the ostriches, you do have night vision.
So,
also
And
have
some
night
of you
vision
have night
goggles.
vision scopes on your rifles or
Yeah.
goggles.
so wouldn't we be able to kind of see if there's any heat signatures in those in the building, or?
Well,
And
they
go
are
here.
low light vision, they're not thermographs.
Oh, okay, never mind.
But we can't see movement.
Hold on, does Percy have thermograph?
Percy is not. Oh, I'm sorry, Percy is with you. And you have a fifth one for
Of
Percy.
course,
I
Percy
forgot
would
that.
be with me. Like I would leave Percy out of my
Dude,
sight after
Percy
he
not
was
with Veronica?
kidnapped.
What?
Dude.
It's like Edward Norton. With
Well, the plan was actually she was going to leave him in town whenever she is out and wrenching the wasteland because she was tired of him getting
Well,
shot.
after he's been kidnapped, oh hell no, she's keeping him in line of sight for.
You screwed yourself with that one.
Never anticipate the players to do what you want. All right. So Percy acts as sensors. Percy's sensors actually go about 20 inches on this map.
That's pretty
So
good.
he can tell you that out to. Yes, whenever you see geeks with these cloth measuring tapes, it's because they're war gamers. This is how we did everything on a wargaming map.
Yeah, I
Flip it
remember.
the other way.
Flip it over because that's centimeters.
So he can actually get out to the crick
So
with his sensors.
okay.
So he can tell you, I'm not close enough yet to the building, Mom, but I can tell you that the Brahmin are definitely flatulent and healthy. Detecting levels of methane and heat, and some of them are about to calve.
Well, in other words, there's no humans between us and that building, at least as far as the creek goes.
I don't see anything up to the crick. No, sir.
Is this what is this again?
That's
Burned
not
out chopper.
Burnout chopper. Okay, could Percy? So if Percy got up to this burnout chopper, you mind if I?
I do not. That's why it's there. Although we also need to start bringing some rulers with us for everybody.
I got rulers.
Because when it comes to gunfights,
Okay.
this is really the only way to do this.
I got some rulers.
Okay, so if he gets to the burnout chopper, then he'd be able to get at
He's
least the
actually
front
over
of the
house.
building.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
a part of the building. You can
Yeah.
actually
If he
expose
got
himself
what's
past
this?
the chopper.
What's this area?
Sawgrass.
Razor
It's
grass?
Razor grass. Would he be able to hide in that?
Yes, because he now doesn't have a thruster that has heat, so he won't set it on
so
fire.
if he got in there, then he'd be able to get the whole of that building.
Yes, he could.
Yes, he could.
So how about he moves up to the burnout chopper first,
So-
stealthily?
Reconnaissance.
So stealthily, Percy has a pace normal of 4, which multiplying for feet is 20 feet a turn, which is 2 inches. So stealthily, Percy can get to there.
So not
Full
stealthy?
run, he get to the chopper.
All right, I got to pee real quick.
So
You're-
full run, would he make noise?
No,
How much noise?
he would not make noise because he's on an anti-gravity thruster now rather than the
So-
L1.
I'm going to use the head.
So if he's on the anti-gravity, then would it really matter if he moves stealthily or not?
Yes, because he
Can
can
you
be
cover
seen.
that?
He's big and shiny.
Oh, true enough. We can't spray paint him black.
Not to sound racist,
Oh, yeah.
but the first thing that comes to mind is, if you use the other restroom, you can use this one in our
Thank you.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Not to sound racist, but if you're going to spray paint Percy black, I am going to change his accent. Just saying. Lid open? I have to for a little bit. I'm going back and forth. All right, so Percy will tell you that he can move about 4 inches on the map if that's what you wish to have happen. To do a full run, 20 feet is stealth for him right now. Because when you're going stealthy, you can only move half as far.
So to stealth or not to stealth?
That is the question.
Stealth?
Whether 'tis better to be spotted at a distance or approach thy foe with guile and activity.
As Shakespeare rolls in his grave.
Well, what would Bert say on that regard? Cause
Actually, to tell you the God's honest truth, considering how far away it is from the house, and the chances of them having any kind of real night vision goggles is fairly minimal.
Yeah, you are almost 300 feet away. You're
Yeah.
a football field away.
so
So
then
I would
no
go
stealth.
ahead and just have them go straight to the chopper as fast as you
Okay.
move them.
Get to the chopper.
Then hustle!
Well, if you want him to move as fast as he can, he'd do full 10 inches in a round.
Well, that's not what I did. Literally, did.
How
So
far
it's
would
like,
10 inches get?
I get him up to the razor grass. He can get there.
they'll get him to the chopper first. Make sure there's nobody between the creek and the house that would trip him up, and then move to the razor grass.
Well, the point is
Oh,
that he
no,
would take
that-
the whole action to move. He'll actually be able to make a sensors check until the next round.
Ah, I see what you're
So
saying.
no, we'll get him to the chopper, and then would
Get
that
to the
be
chopper.
would that be a whole action just to get him to the chopper? Or would he
No.
still have the ability?
That's what I'm saying.
So
Get him to
then
the chopper.
No, he's still make a
Then
sensors check
scan.
from there.
do another
Okay.
sensors check.
Do
and
the
see.
sensors check, and then he can move up to the razor grass.
Well,
after.
Mom, this is interesting.
Hmm?
I have sources of N-type radiation in the area.
N-type radiation.
What stealth boys use.
Oh,
So there is somebody out there.
where is he seeing that?
More stealth boys.
I'm getting so sick and tired of those stealth boys.
I'm getting a patch of N radiation right there next to the house.
So they got stealth boys parked next to the house.
I pick up
Interesting.
heat signatures. With reds for possible bogeys.
Yeah, if this guy's got the connections we think he's got.
Yeah, he's probably well equipped.
3 heat signatures there. 1 heat signature by the Brahmin.
He's watching the Brahmas. And he's the guard. And he's a guard. So they're not necessarily waiting an ambush, but they're definitely prepared for an attack.
I wouldn't say they're prepared for attack. It looks like a pretty standard Overwatch pattern.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, but what I'm trying to say is they're not being stupid.
Right.
And we're not just going to walk right up
They're
on
not
them.
being stupid. I agree. They've got pickets out. They're doing everything right.
Yeah, they're not doing stupid, and basically we're not going to be able to walk right up on them. God,
Discuss amongst yourselves a little bit how you want to approach it.
God, my foot's starting to hurt.
Oh, from the injury?
Yeah. Oh, that's what he said it died. Lie down.
The elf will tug on the good father's coat and say to him in images and speech, something feels wrong. I feel darkness. And since she doesn't mean the night, she means that there's something morally wrong in the area.
Right.
Oh, what's
Right.
the 20-sided die doing up there for?
Because it's one of my I just want to put back in my...
Yeah. Ooh, mine.
approach.
Okay, so just so y'all know, the elf's getting nervous.
Okay.
So that's never good.
She senses the dark side, huh?
She senses the dark side, yep. It's probably not Palpatine, but it's big.
So it's at least Darth Vader level.
Yeah. I'd say so. I don't know, that's pretty big too, but best to err on the side of caution.
Or like Ben Solo level or Kylo Ren.
At this point, I'm going with...
Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Better err on the side of caution.
Yep.
So assume not boss level, but definitely major threat level.
So proceed with caution.
Yeah, proceeding with caution would probably be a good idea. You might want to have Percy, warm up his weapons for the next few minute rounds here. Alrighty.
Understood. I doubt the flamethrowers would be very discreet, so I shall ready my plasma pistol.
There you go.
Wait,
There
he
you
has
go.
a plasma pistol now?
Yeah.
Does
When
now.
they remodeled him, they gave him an arm from a Mr. Gutsy.
Okay, that's good.
Oh.
Have you ever fought a Mr.
Those
Gutsy?
things do some serious.
Either
damage.
have a minigun or a plasma pistol.
That'll melt
He's
you
packing a
off.
plasma pistol.
Nice.
Yeah, and then some.
I do not
That'll
want my
melt your
dick.
ghost stick off.
Well, let's just make sure Percy doesn't aim it in our direction, because I like my dick where it is.
But it is a pistol. It's
So
a
do I.
short-range weapon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love your dick where it is.
Yeah, well, I like my dick where it is too. I like your dick where it is.
Oh, did I hear it finally?
If
you
Veronica
ever-
had a dick, she would like where it was too, but
If
she
you,
doesn't.
if
so.
you ever need to slightly arrange your dick, let me know.
Okay.
I'm always available.
So do we have a plan of attack?
No.
Not
This
really.
is what Percy's detecting?
This is his heat signatures at the moment, yes.
Okay, at the moment, operative phrase. Well,
Let's see. I wish I had
wait.
something.
Well, the
Wish I had an RPG.
Or mortar.
Yeah.
is there any way to project an image of trying to extract a little bit more specificity from the elf rather than just a general sense
So
of
you
danger?
spend the time trying to act or give me a smarts roll. Actually, it'd be spirit. Give me a spirit roll and your well die, make 2 each.
Okay,
Try to transmit to her what you're trying to transmit.
here, die 8.
You work that out, because I
Plus
definitely
my 6.
that whole dark side thing is making me wiggy.
Yep, ooh, nice. 9.
Shit!
9.
Boiled over.
Beautiful.
No. I was just a little late. Didn't boil over, but I didn't get the lid closed in time.
I hate that shit.
Mm.
9.
Alright, so Raimundo,
See?
give me a second, I'll tell you what you hear.
Okay.
Sweetie,
Huh?
that, that. I need that real quick. I spilled a little.
Oh, okay. I'll have to get their dogs when I get home after work.
Yeah, wherever we put them.
I know I got a whole bunch more.
Yeah, I
can't
remember
believe
that. I spilled a little, so give me a second.
Ugh.
Yeah. I just
They
don't
got
know where
Buffy
they
the
went off
Vampire
to.
Slayer in here.
Oh, really?
Chosen Slayer.
Chosen Slayer.
I mean, it's technically could be male or female. It's not really. It's just a template, but nonetheless, it has all of the. I mean, it has a D8 strength for Christ's sake, and a D8 vigor, and a D8 agility. I mean, come on, a D8 spirit. I mean, the lowest thing she has on is a D6 smarts. I mean, this chick is stacked. And when you get to the veteran version, I mean, it's like nothing below 8.
I want that to cool a little bit before I bring that
It's like
back up.
D10s and
That's
D12s
fine.
all over the place.
Strange things about the electrical stoves, they take longer to heat, but once they're there. Oof.
Yeah,
Okay, so you send the elf whole thing of expand the darkness, and she says, you see an image of like someone rotting from the inside out, starting from their heart, and you get the idea that she's trying
Totally
to say to
evil
you,
person.
there is somebody just that corrupt, that
Yeah.
totally evil present. I can feel it. And then
That's
it's followed by her whipping her knife, and she says, "Snicker snack."
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
This time.
We have no problem with that.
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Like I said, they're outside town limits now. So
Project big.
as long as all survivors are on the same page,
Mhm.
and none of them are survivors, we can spin any story we want. I have no intention of taking this guy back alive
Speaking
if
of
he
which,
resists.
where's the help?
The help is like several days behind us.
Not several days, a couple hours.
Yeah. Oh, a couple hours at least.
Okay.
But yeah.
That's right, 'cause we took the ostriches.
They,
Yeah.
They'd be 4 in a march, but 2 in a rush.
hmm
Okay.
So it depends if you guys want to wait for the help to show up. Now, mind you, we're outnumbered here.
We could, because think about it, it's just 11 o'clock now. By the time the help would show up, it would be like the wee hours of the morning. They might all be asleep.
That's a good point. And not only that, but we can wait for Percy to move up to here and
Get more intel.
get more intel, because the stealth boy possibility is what's making me squirrely. Those things, every time we run into those damn things, they fuck us up bad.
Yeah, it's hard to detect them. It's 15 base.
Yeah. So I would prefer to have Percy with his now newer and improved sensors give us a better idea of what we're facing and how many potentially of them. If there's just the one, then we'll risk a night attack. If not,
Well, again, sir, all I'm seeing is a field of in-class radiation.
and
Plus, it couldn't hurt to lie low, see what happens. Wait for them.
if Percy can move up to here and get us a
Get
better
them out.
idea if there's any more back around here
Mhm.
than just what we've detected so far,
Okay.
we get a better count of numbers, and I'm willing to wait to take that because these guys aren't going anywhere, obviously, and we can rest up, have our people rest up, come up with a pretty good plan, figure out how we want to take these guys down, and then slaughter them all. Because at this point in time, I'm not feeling very merciful. They fucked up at it. I'm pissed. Like personal vendetta feud fist.
They fucked up
We're
at
talking
it.
like
They
Outlaw
tried to
Josie
fuck
Wells
up me,
pissed.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah.
you want to park the ostriches somewhere, like perhaps behind the truck would be a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or behind the helicopter, since the helicopter won't like blow up on us.
Well, the problem with the burnt-out helicopters is they'll be easy to see, and there's holes and stuff through
Yeah,
it.
that's a good
This is
point.
intact.
Okay. As long as it's not. Oh, let me ask you a question. Is there any way to disarm that engine?
Finally, someone asks that question. I've often wondered why in the video games there's no way to disarm these nuclear reactors in game.
How do you know
A
it's
repair
armed?
roll with a difficulty of 6 will allow you to turn that sucker off and make it inert.
Could you please take care of that, man?
This is a truck,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the reason for taking off the engine is they can't use it against us, or what?
No, so it won't go boom if some random bullet hits it.
Oh, okay.
Barely
I
just.
thought that just happened.
For a
in
second,
the
you're
movies.
worried you cut the wrong wire.
Not in Fallout.
Oh, that's right.
You pull it
So
out, and
maybe
you know how you have
basically-
those big, long yellow fusion cores that go into the power armor?
Right.
What I'm picturing is about half of that, and inside half that tube, you see the slush that's actually the reactive material that gives it the energy it needs.
Oh yeah.
Because they do have like some kind of fuel they run.
Now, we have a holy hand grenade.
I was just to say, we turn that into an explosive. Unfortunately, our explosives expert is no longer here.
But with a repair roll of 8, you can make an improvised bomb out of it.
Yeah, make an IED out of it, man. See if you can do it. I mean, let's experiment, and see what happens.
We
And
had
hopefully-
7.
So you're sitting there fiddling with it, and you think you got it to work. You're pretty sure this bomb will go off. Pretty sure. Mostly
Maybe.
sure. You're convinced it should work.
Maybe.
6 out of 10.
You have what in 20 plus 6 would be called a partial success. There's like a 50% chance when you throw it, it'll dud. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you've got it to
Wait,
work.
wait, question though. If I shoot it with a bullet, even if it does, would it go off?
This is one of the things also I hate about Fallout. Technically, yes. Even though that shouldn't work, according to physics.
So even if it doesn't
Because
work, we're
one of the ways you
just
take out
do
people
that.
in power armor of the game is when they turn their back, you aim for that little power armor core, hit that fusion core, and it starts a chain reaction. That
I'm
goes boom.
starting to think like a
Wait, don't
Fallout
power
player now.
armors,
Yep.
Mhm.
don't power armor use
Yep.
fission cores?
You
rather
are,
than
you're getting
fusion
there, my
cores?
son. Fusion cores.
Really?
They use FCs. They don't use a fission battery.
Oh, okay. I thought they used fission batteries.
Nope.
So even if it's a dud,
too.
we'll work it out because I got my rifle with me.
Okay.
Yeah, from what I can tell, the lore, fission batteries, not explosive, limited lifespan.
Hmm.
Fusion cores, much longer lifespan.
Hmm.
But
And
go
I'm guessing the vehicles have like that in between where they're trying to make the two technologies work, which will still have that slush in them somehow.
There's
the
actually
fueling
only
stations.
fusion cores in Fallout, though, right? It's Fallout.
No, you have fission batteries,
Mhm.
which are from the earlier games.
No, I mean in Fallout. Yeah, Fallout 4.
Fallout 4, you still have fission batteries.
Yeah, you find them occasionally,
Okay.
but the fusion cores with power armors use them. Most of the businesses use because they last longer.
And they
So
go
I'm,
boom.
so I'm guessing that the fission battery is like more of an electrical storage device that has maybe some minor nuclear component that gives off radiation, which is why they still calling it a fission battery. But it's
Okay.
not explosive like the fusion cores are.
Okay, got it.
All right, so that puts us then by the truck.
All right. Now, if I remember correctly about ranching, this guy here,
The
after
elf-
about 4 hours, is going to get really drowsy and stop paying sharp attention
The
to
elf
things.
takes out this bag, opens the bag, and inside you see something you're guessing is sort of like a rifle, but sort of not. It has the long tubular appearance of a rifle, but it appears to be made out of just nothing but wood and crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
She puts something into it, looks like a clip, but the clip has long darts. And when she pulls a lever, you see the crystals come out like almost on a crossbow bow, but there are 4 of them, so it makes kind of like an X around it. And it gives off a light.
Great. She's using she's using Chewbacca's bowcaster.
And then she sees an image of you, and you see her saying, "I'll move up to the tall grass if you want me to. They'll never see me."
And they probably won't.
I communicate. Good idea. Don't engage until we give you the signal.
What's the signal?
We have a plan.
something will go boom.
When the explosion goes off, then you can
Let's put it this way: if they start shooting at us, you shoot back.
She says aloud, "Got it."
Mm-hmm.
Claws that bite, sticker snack off with its head.
Oh yeah.
Claws that bite. That's just her little poetic.
So I didn't say teeth that bite.
Oh, I was about to say
Teeth that bite, claws that
It's
snatch.
been a while since I've read Jabberwocky, but it's one of the best things that he ever wrote.
Okay.
You got to read it if you never have.
I actually have an annotated version of it.
Mm.
All right. So she's sitting here like doing the whole weapon thing. You're supposed to have the finger off the trigger, but close. And then she says to the party, again in her broken English, "Where you be?"
Good question. Where are we going to be?
Now Percy needs to move up to here,
So yeah, Percy will move up to there.
and we will stay where we are until the rest of the party shows up. I'm going to go ahead and get on the radio very quietly to them on a private channel, and let them know that when they approach, to keep their animals back behind over here off the map, and then
So
move
we're
up
going to
by-
wait for them?
Yeah, move up by foot to the truck.
Okay.
What time do I have to be in work?
Well, I need to leave her by 9 no later than 9:10.
Okay.
So we got a
30,
little
40
under
minutes.
an hour.
Okay.
And like I said, I'm in no hurry, because if I remember ranching correctly, by about midnight to 1 o'clock in the morning, the only thing he's going to care about as far as his sensory perceptions goes is if the cows do something funky.
But then they might replace him.
And if that's the case, then we need to know that.
Okay.
Same thing with these two.
So where's Matthew going to be?
Like I said, right over here.
Bird staying by the truck. Father?
Yeah, that's going to be the HQ for right now.
What's this?
That's
Razor
razor
grass?
grass.
Razor grass, dude. Same thing
And
over
you
here.
you sense from her that you'll be able to keep contact with her as long as you're within 20 inches of her. You be over there? Okay.
There we go.
Ruth?
I got the sniper rifle, so and this is easily within my range all the way up to about right here,
Oh,
so I'm
yeah.
not worried.
Make that Bert sound clear that he's got the corner shot.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
if the IED doesn't go off, I got to set it off.
I've got the bomb, so I'd probably have to be in position to get close to launch that sucker.
Yeah, you need to be up here with the elf.
So yeah, she'll move up to the elf.
Okay. So I need from you guys stealth rolls.
This gives us a nice field of fire, and we got cover and concealment. Now remember, everybody, do not be standing up.
Okay, again, last session that was supposed to be a dice roll thing. They rolled really well, and you guys rolled really poorly.
I know. I'm just stressing that.
You didn't see that, right?
You gotta wait till I'm looking. How many times have we had this conversation? Next time I'm just gonna assign you a value.
Cavalry's here.
Yeah. You'll have 8 of them because you left 2 behind in the chopper. Pull that blue. It needs to be green. And you get some more push
You gotta
pins.
wait for him to see it.
Okay.
Greens are our NPCs. Just so you know, as these are professional soldiers, they have D10 skills and D8 stats.
What are the blues?
Yay!
It's supposed to be a green.
Oh.
But I'm slanting over it in what is dice because I'm actually cutting off my light, so.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a gap there in the wood. That's why I wanted to corkboard instead, but it's
Yeah.
too expensive.
I was like, something went wrong.
So I'll take the improvised solution every day.
Uh-oh, another one hit the floor. A dice hit the floor. It's near her foot.
I don't think she'll eat the dice. She doesn't seem-
No, but one of us might step on it. It's a fucking D4. This thing's
Oh
hurt.
yeah, those
Oh,
things will
those
hurt
things
like a
stink.
bitch.
All right. So the gentlemen arrive. As I said, they are. Actually, I'm missing one. They are D10 stats, D8 skills. Sorry, D10 skills, D8 stats.
And they're out.
They are extras, so they don't
Got
have
the
a
green?
wild die.
You can see the green easily.
Outstat us.
As they are professional soldiers, they are trained to work in twos. So they have, them and their partner.
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to assign like that, or you might want to sell them to elemental squads of like 4 people too, because element's 4 people, right?
Yeah, fire team.
So you might make them into either 2 fire teams or partner them up, however you guys want to do that out.
Okay.
Are these guys battlefield savvy enough? I'm assuming to know.
These
how to
are
approach
these
this?
are professional soldiers.
Do
They are
really
blooded.
need your kind of? Do they need
Yeah,
his
hope-
guidance? Or
Let's do and take orders from him because he's technically in charge. He deputized them.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, well, we're going to need to spread out on a fire line here, so I'm going to go ahead and put 2 here with her to basically back her up and
Okay.
provide her with
Back
support.
Well, that's
Percy,
Percy because she's over here with the elf.
That's all right. Hit with Percy. And let's put 2 here to back them up, again, because they got the IED.
Mm-hmm.
And let's put 2 here with the Good Father. And we'll have 2 in reserve to basically back up anybody who's in deep shit.
Do you want them together or one by the chop or one by the?
Yeah, let's go ahead and spread them out because they can still back each other up that way.
That looks
And I
like
got
that's
the sniper
about
rifle.
50 feet. Am I right about that?
Yeah. I'm talking fire.
Okay, so that's about 50 feet in the dark. They can't even hand signal one another at that distance very
I
well.
hope they have radios
Infrared?
because.
No, most of them don't. Remember, you got resource shortages here, so
Oh shit!
yeah,
I didn't think about
we
that.
have the radio things.
They don't have night vision or anything.
No.
Well, I have it on my weapon, on my scope, and I have an extra pair of goggles.
Well, hold on. My Pip
Why don't
Boy.
you give one of your goggles to one of them and you use your scope?
That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
You know, go ahead and.
Yeah,
Okay.
and-
Now
We all-
they are carrying what's called a Freedom Arms rifle, because again they were going to town. They left all their energy weapons home. A Freedom Arms rifle is a fairly good rifle, but it is a trapdoor rifle. You have to open it, put the round in, slam it, and then fire.
The Pip Boy, does that just receive signals or can it send stuff out?
From what we see in the lore, it receives radio.
Okay.
But if you want to put a
this?
transceiver on
Oh,
there
that's
instead,
not
that
wrong.
shouldn't be an issue, I would think, because between a receiver and a transceiver is like what, one part?
One part.
So
One
yeah,
person.
if you want to be able to radio through your Pip-Boy, I think you should be able to do
So
So
that.
that
Yeah,
means the
radio
radio
stuff
that
is
she
told.
has,
Please
she'd
gonna
be able to
believe
give
that.
that
As long as we-
that's
as
not
far as we-
with
Yeah, she
another
could.
That's what I mean.
So
She could.
she would do that.
Okay, so between Veronica giving up her radio comm we got from the Merc and you giving them a night vision goggles, those guys are now active.
Mm-hmm.
then she
And what they
would
do is they
use her
give
Pip Boy.
those guys the extra rifle ammunition, so that the guys up front are using more of like their pistols and their assault weapons, which are all pipe assault weapons, but they're pipe assault weapons. I mean, think about it, you don't really have to have a necessarily very accurate assault weapon to burst.
Yeah. Now that Percy's up closer, does he see anything past the house that could be unfriendly?
Good question. Let me roll for Percy.
Yep.
This is weird. The N radiation has what I can best describe as a bubble around it. It's almost like someone is running 2 fields at the same time on the same piece of equipment. I can't figure out why they would do that. All right.
Did we just blow it up?
Second, I'm getting more heat signatures.
Uh huh.
That's what I figured. This is a major outpost.
There are 2 men up here by this tree.
That's likely a crew-served weapon.
Or it could be a sniper and a spotter,
Mm-hmm.
because they're on the highest elevation.
Yep. It's either one or the other. It's either a crew-served weapon or a sniper position. But yeah, my first response would be a crew-served weapon because snipers are actually kind of hard to train. But a crew-served weapon, you can put any idiot behind it and they'll hit something.
Well, sir, I don't see any other electricity or heat that would come from some kind of crew-served weapon, unless it's a primitive machine gun.
Which is possible. So we're possibly outgunned. The only way to know for sure is to shoot them.
And see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
The elf says to the father an idea of running Brahmin.
Oh yeah, I intend to stampede the Brahmin. So, Miss Elf.
Yeah.
We're going to attack first. Why don't we throw that bomb?
Oh yeah, I want to stampede the Brahmin.
Well, don't we want to maybe hold off the bomb to
Oh
get
yeah,
the
I want to
maximum
throw the
effect?
bomb, but I want to throw the bomb in there and remove any
Well, that's-
possibility of using that as a fortified position.
Mom, someone just swiped me with a radar beacon.
Shit. Are you pinging anything off with the radar? That would come up on radar?
No, but it's definitely ground switching radar, so they're going to see me at least.
All right, time to do it.
Shit. Okay, yeah, let's
Okay,
get
the
the
other-
Romans.
What he's referring to is that when you have a vehicle in the air that's showing radar signals at the ground,
Mhm.
right? Typically it's done for one of 2 reasons. You're either looking for something under the ground to detect it's metal, or you're looking for like vehicles that are out there.
Mm-hmm.
Percy will show up
Yeah.
because there's so much metal there that he's just going to ping.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of us having like a metal rifle or 2, not as much. What do you want to do? You've got probably a round 2 at the most to decide. Debate.
We
Go.
can technically knock those 3 out right away.
Yeah, we want to, but we have to get her close enough to throw the bomb to do that.
Yeah.
First thing we want to do, however, is stampede the Brahma.
Yeah, get the
Okay.
Brahmin spook. That'll be a distraction.
That will be a distraction and will provide cover for the rest of us to move up. You gotta remember, they have nothing over here as far as we can tell from what Percy's telling us.
Well, they
This
just
is probably our best route of
they
attack.
just pinged Percy. So what if Percy charged the Brahmin and spooked them that way?
Because Percy will get chewed up by gunfire.
Well, your
True.
soldiers point out that they are just close enough from the grass
Mm-hmm.
that they could stealth. They could take a run.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, actually, they could stealth up to the trees, get to the trees, take some shots at the Brahmin with a low weapon, and they wouldn't see everybody. Of course, the weapon going off might alert people.
But on the other hand, the elf could probably do it without making a sound.
Yeah, but you want something sound-wise to spook the Brahmin.
That's a good point. Okay. And then when she can take out the guard. She wants to go Snicker snack? Let her.
Bert?
Yes.
Two questions.
Yes.
Well, we don't have enough time right now, but perhaps we can have one of us working on it. Could we rig the ostriches with bombs and send them running in?
Sure, if you want to completely lose
So
the
the
ostrich.
ostriches are actually a vehicle-type robot, which means they don't have a self-guiding AI.
Ah.
And unlike a car, you can't just like put a rope around the gas pedal and point them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you could program them.
No, not only that, but I really would rather have them intact when this is all said and done.
Oh, all right, well.
We may have to use them to carry people who are wounded back home.
Well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Think of your men's health. You're a medic, you should know that.
I've been smoking some good shit.
So you got to plan on sniping a guard right now and stampeding the Brahmin. That's it.
Okay, and once the Brahma is stampeding, I want you to move up this way. Okay, use the cover of that,
Okay?
as long as you can ensure yourself not being trampled. Move up through here, and basically try and flank them.
The
Roger
soldiers
that.
point out that they want to get to this rill
Mhm.
where the elevation starts. So there's like enough there they could like hide behind in
Yep.
that tree. They look at they go, that's the only cover we got, Father.
Yeah, if you guys
Yeah.
got these guys distracted, I should be able to do that.
Not to mention it, but you also have these trees here, and you have these trees here, and remember too, if they're prone in the dark,
It's very hard to detect them.
very hard to detect them, and they can
Okay.
shoot right down this length of field here
Okay?
with their firearms, and possibly figure out what the fuck that is. Okay? You, over here, worry about these things. Okay? I don't want you exposing yourself until we figure out what the hell this is. If it's a sniper, I will move up into the grass here and try to deal with them. Alright?
Okay.
But,
Percy.
yeah. But basically, I'd rather Percy not get shot by a sniper again.
Last time did not end very well.
I don't
for
think
him.
I will enjoy the experience very much either, sir.
And I'd rather not get my men killed by a sniper if at all possible. But we do need, however, to figure out what they are. So if Percy could put a few shots down range, even if he doesn't hit anything, just to draw their attention, and then move, so he's not in the same spot,
What?
since he's actually kind of stealthy now.
As they're about to go into battle, you hear the military all start
let's
singing
set it
their
off.
song. I am a real Republican. Guys, fight for the rights of every man. I am a real Republican.
glasses down the-
Fight for your rights.
Who's singing
Fight
that?
for your life. The soldiers are whispering it. They're actually whispering the song. This is the unofficial battle hymn of the Republic. It is Hulk Hogan's Real American, but with Republican lyrics to it instead.
Give me the Uzi.
They really be doing that before we're going into.
Oh, people do all kinds of weird shit.
Alright.
Uh-huh.
Oh, dude, man, when Nathan's troops are going through Baghdad and early in the Second Iraq War, they were playing freaking Back in Black from AC/DC over the fucking loudspeakers.
While they were going in stealth?
All right.
No, they weren't in stealth.
That's my point.
So,
You know.
who is panicking the Brahmin again?
The two soldiers there.
All right. So they prowl up to the trees.
Mm-hmm. That smells good, whatever it is.
Maybe the coffee.
Yeah.
Now it's starting to get to us. Let it cool down a bit. Okay, so the soldiers prowl up to the trees.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
The elf
Jump, jump,
actually
jump,
prowls
jump,
up to
jump,
the
jump,
tree.
Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump.
Veronica, you go with the soldiers or with the elfer?
Soldiers.
Good plan.
Good plan.
She's soft and squishy and like
Stealth roll. Father, do you want to go ahead and your guys start making a stealth roll to walk out there so you're a little closer?
That's affirmative.
Actually, do a low,
Low crawl.
Yeah, low crawl, crouch run.
Well, that'd be still counting as stealth roll if you're not crawling. So you guys are moving next. That's the Father and his 2 guys. Okay, good. And I forgot to mention, since it's dark,
Might want to use a triangle
you
formation.
normally
so you
add
have fire
+2
all
in the dark.
directions.
So actually, you have a 9. You have a raise.
By the way,
Okay.
if they're singing that song, but they're doing it in a way that's
No, they did it before they took off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's fine. I was gonna.
It's like before you go into battle, reciting the Lord's Prayer or something, right?
Okay.
So we're leaving Percy and his 2 guys here. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, right now we don't want them moving forward until we determine what that weapons position up there is, either sniper or machine
And you guys
gun.
are staying there too. Okay, so that's the initial
His
plan.
job
of the
is to
surprise round.
basically get them to shoot so we can
So
figure out
on the
what it is.
surprise round, the 2 soldiers get up there. They take out their pipe SMGs. One of them puts this pipe SMG towards the cattle, points it down. She's like, "I can't hurt it, Bessie." And lets out a burst of fire. The Brahmin panic, and the Brahmins start moving. And this line, it's about a 50-foot long line, moves this way
Hey, chubby.
along.
Hey, chubby,
So I'm putting 2 here to represent where they are in round 2.
Hey, chubby.
And then this line breaks in different directions.
That's what I was hoping for.
This
actually.
line goes this way. And this line comes this way.
Good. I was actually hoping that someone would go uphill, but they usually take the path of least resistance.
That's correct.
So, you know, you take what you can get. However,
But
this
Desmond
gives...
might delay their travel around because it's going right in front of them.
Actually, that's good, though, because they won't expect
On that
anybody to
surprise
do
round, this guy starts yelling, "What the fuck?" He starts chasing the Brahmin this way.
it.
This guy comes down to this side.
He actually exposes himself.
This guy walks across, yelling at the house, and someone from the house walks out.
Perfect.
And the guy that walks out
Is Reginald.
Oh, damn it! Bert, your sniper rifle! Get out!
I am not passing up this shot.
By
If
the
you
way,
have a chip!
this is pretty much the target of opportunity here. Right?
Oh, yeah.
To him, we can.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe they'll scatter.
Exactly. I mean, he just handed me the possibility of winning this fight and with one round.
One shot. Though.
One shot.
Wait for him to see your dice.
Yeah,
Remember, he has to see it.
I know.
Don't waste your good rolls.
I'm also using chip.
And your chip. Ooh, your blue chip.
My blue chip.
What does that give you again?
Big bonus.
Yeah, big bonus.
Big honking bonus.
Not
Blue
a
chip is a +1 d6.
Oh, nice. Get it ready. Please roll good. You've been rolling great all night.
I know, and this would of course be the one time that I roll like shit the whole night.
You want me to touch them?
Don't roll like shit, please.
This could be it. You can take them right out. I'm going to touch
I
them.
know. So if anything happens, I can now blame you.
I'll get ready for the.
So now we're actually on task. I'm liking the way this firefight's going. And a play session. Good job, guys.
Not to mention that I now have a target of opportunity. I mean, my God, this is like
Beautiful.
he walks right out.
All right,
where I can see him.
So
Shoot him!
distance
No, you got that sniper rifle, so that
Oh yeah, I got the
is
sniper rifle.
roughly 200 feet.
Oh, that's an easy shot for a fucking hunting
That should
rifle.
be a short range shot for your hunting rifle. What's it listed as?
2.8.
No, the range.
Oh, 120.
Yeah. Oh no, 120. Hold on, let me see it.
That's what it says. I got the scope on it, so that probably proves it.
No, 150. 30
Oh.
inches, 150. 50 inches would be 250. So you're hitting a medium range shot.
Okay.
The scope adds 2, which offsets the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
And is it a night vision scope or regular scope on there? Does it say?
It's night vision scope now. We captured that stuff off the mercenaries.
Okay, so the night vision scope will then negate the darkness. Then you get to add an extra +2 to the shot
Mm-hmm.
because you have the scope. Will you carefully aim the shot? Because you only got one shot.
Oh yeah.
Yes, headshot.
Carefully aiming will add another 2 to the shot.
So that's 2 plus 2
So
plus
it's
2.
4. No, because the first part of the 2 destroys
Okay.
that. So that lowers the target to hit him by 4. He was unaware of anything happening. So basically, don't roll a snake eyes unless you want to hit a part of his body. If you want to take a call shot somewhere on his body,
Well, with the chip, that's what the chip is for. I'm going for a headshot.
All right, so a head adds 6. So now we're up to, you need to roll not a 2. You roll 3 or higher. Oh!
See, it's your fault. You did this. You touched my die.
Holy shit.
You touched my die.
Boom! The hand of God reaches down, and as the bullet is about to hit Bert, the darkness fades. He thinks about him, and God goes, I can't do that yet. Sorry, wiggle, wiggle. And the bullet clips the guy's head. Because it's such an easy shot, and because you did spend a blue chip, I am hesitant to let you have nothing out of this, because I mean, that was a blue chip. So I'm going to let you hit him for partial damage.
Okay.
You're going to leave him with a nasty crease in his head. What's the weapon on the damage of the rifle again? 2D?
2d8.
I'm going to let you roll 1d8 plus 4 against his toughness.
8.
Okay, that's over his toughness. So the bullet careens him. He spins, holding his head. He's clearly shaken, at least he falls back into the building.
Damn it!
You touched my die. Because now that I've blessed him with myself, 6.
Surprise round is over. We're now into draws.
Damn it. Well,
Sometimes you eat the
eat
bear.
The bear. Sometimes
Sometimes
the
the
bear
bar eats you.
And it's funny too, because every time that Bert needs to actually make that big huge honkin' roll, this is what happens.
Yeah.
What we got?
Why can't I been rolling?
Yeah.
Why can't I roll this shit I had in a
So
snowball fight?
some of the bad guys go first.
Okay.
The bad guys that go first, I'm going to be generous when I say is the reinforcements they actually have coming. You see off in the distance, suddenly coming up over the hill, what looks like a vertibird, an old style vertibird.
Okay.
Only it is painted stark white. All right, so it's easy to see even in the moonlight of the darkness. And along the sides of the vertibird, there is a symbol,
If only,
which because the vertibird is stark white, is easy to see.
if only
the
had
fuck
a
is a
fat
rubber?
man right now.
It's just one of the military.
Think of a V-22 Osprey.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So we're about
They
ready
can
to
hold
get,
12 people or 4 people in power armor
They
and
can
drop
shoot
them.
you up.
yeah. So we're about to get attacked by fucking air
If
support.
they've got cannons on it too, that's not good.
If I remember correctly, it looks like this. You see that emblazoned on the sides of the...
Oh, fucking great.
What's that?
You don't know. You've never seen
Let me
it.
see the symbol. Huh.
Hey.
Anybody have sciences?
No. Could I roll smarts?
Shit. This one actually would be skill specific.
Okay.
This is not general knowledge. That's why I asked for the sciences skill.
No, I don't.
Never mind then.
It would be like if I saw something that's 4,000 years old from Sumeria. You kind of have to have the history skill to recognize what that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's just not general knowledge. Sorry. Yes, I know, Bootsy. It's so terrible. No one's paying attention to you. All right.
Yeah, I got
Well,
the
he's
point.
upset because his food is out in that cat spot.
Well, he'll figure out how to get there. He'll starve. One of the two, and I'm okay with both. No, I joke. We're obviously going to feed the cat. He's too dang cute.
Yeah. So basically, we're
He's
about
also
to be
a
ready to
pain
get
in the
attacked by
ass.
flying artillery.
All right. So it comes up over the rill and it hovers right over this area. Put a VB for the vertibird. Now she starts descending. As it starts descending, you see ropes get thrown out and people come sliding down the ropes.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
The seals are here.
Yeah, we're all gonna die.
You're not really inspiring confidence on the battlefield.
6 men, 3 on each side of the vertibird,
Yeah, we're outnumbered now,
slide down.
and we're attacking.
I assume you're looking at them with your night scopes.
Yeah.
If they're packing weapons, the weapons they're packing are small. You don't see any rifles. What you see is guys sliding down the ropes with backpacks on, sidearms. All of them have something on their wrist that looks kind of like what Veronica's wearing, but different.
Like I said, we're all screwed. We're boned.
And as they are pulling in, you also hear a commotion go on in the house, and there's like a bright flash of light, like someone set off. Your first thought for military training is a flashbang grenade.
The question is Reginald dead?
No,
No.
he's not dead yet. I don't care what happens to me at this point. He fucked with that. I'm gonna kill this fucker one way or the other,
Okay.
Yep.
no matter what it costs me.
So that's the first thing that takes place.
He fucked with family.
Yes, it is. Okay, good. Now, the second thing that happens is they also have a 3 and a 4. Does they have lower than a 3 and a 4?
4.
You have a 4? Is it spades?
No. Oh, yeah, no, I'm fucked. I didn't know
Okay, you
they
have
were
queen.
going
Yeah, you gotta wait. Okay, so let me proc the 3 and 4. So many of them also act now. The first thing that happens is this guy out here comes running after the Brahmin. He actually manages to run all the way to the head, and he makes a skill roll to try to control them. You stupid mutts! What the hell are you doing? Calm down. Oh, God.
Does he get trampled by the Brahmin?
No, but I'm gonna say that one of the Bessies turns on him,
Ah!
and he's not trampled, but he's currently got his hands on her small horns trying to haul her in. And he's not able to actually control that herd.
You're telling me he's trying to wrestle a Brahma?
There are people that are stupid enough to actually do this, and I have seen it. And yes, it's really, really fucking dumb. But I've seen it.
But it's entertaining.
So he's kind of sort of going to get John Wick 3.
Maybe.
It's a very entertaining event when you see somebody try this.
This guy, seeing the explosion at the house, turns to look at the house rather than look out in the field.
Mm-hmm.
These two guys remain where they are.
They got some discipline.
Someone staggers out a side door, holding his ears in his head. Reginald staggers out this side door, holding his ears in his head.
On top of already getting shot.
Shoot him again!
If I had a lower card,
And a
Yes.
robot bursts out of the house through a wall. Boom! And I need who's got the repair skill?
Me.
You roll your repair at +2. Everybody else rolls smarts,
oh,
but without a negative modifier. Just smarts on your well die.
we are so fucking boned.
9.
Now I roll D6.
Then you said +2?
Mm-hmm.
So 11?
Well,
You recognize
So
it as a
decent.
grunt bot.
Oh.
Specifically, it's one of the grunt bots we fought when we went to go raid the cannon. It's the
Huh.
exact same make, the exact same model, painted exactly the same way. All
So
right.
the Longblades lost control of one of their grunt bots?
no. Remember our speculations about the Longblades? And now I know who these people are. Whoever was actually creating the Longblades, who was backing them, giving them the technology.
9,
the
10, 11,
eyeless,
12.
whatever they were?
Yes,
Yeah.
you recognize it too. It's one of the grunt bots we fought before.
Oh, God.
It's exact same model, exact same thing. It may be rebuilt, had parts put back on it or something, but it's one of the things we've actually fought before.
And it gives
You
me
hear
like-
Percy go, "Oh, bugger."
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, I got an idea who these guys that came out of the
Right.
bird are.
You have lower than a 7 though, so you go next, Veronica.
Yay! Would I
If you
be
got-
able to shoot Reginald?
You may shoot Reginald.
Let's see. What's the... I really need to start seeing what the...
Reginald is 100 and a little less than 130 feet away
Some
from
of
you.
those things on your neck are still pretty raw, aren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What are those things?
it's where he's
He's
scratching.
Scratching.
Ah.
Yeah, we gotta give him like a flute
So,
or something.
130 feet, what weapon are you using?
Let's see. The AR-15 was what we established as...
That would actually be a short range shot for the AR.
Okay. A short range shot for the AR?
Mhm.
Well,
So you need a
fuck
fate-
yeah.
So you need a base of +0. The darkness is going to add 2, but you have the night sight.
Uh-huh.
So it takes that out. He has got some partial cover, add 4. You need an 8.
Oh, shoot. God damn it.
No.
You hit some of the wall beside him. He kind of like ducks out of it. However, that weapon also has a rate of fire of 3.
Oh, so I can roll 3 more times?
You can roll 3 more times if you like.
No.
No?
Really?
And... Yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
I am the best shot skill-wise in this thing, and I never hit shit. And she's always kicking after her damn weapon. That just pisses me off.
16. 19. Damn.
If you had gotten that, he'd be dead.
All right, so I got a 19.
No, she's killed him.
You needed an 8 to hit him.
Mhm.
12 is 1 raise.
Stop with the cat.
16 would be 2 raises. She's got 2 raises on him. So you roll 2d8 plus 4 for the weapon, and then add 2d6.
She's nailing him.
Damn.
I think he's very thoroughly dead at this point.
Holy crap.
I just kind of wanted to know why he was dying, though.
Okay, so that's 7 base from the weapon plus 4 makes 13. That would be enough to deliver a wound. He wasn't an extra, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if he was an extra, he'd be gone right away. There's 2 more wounds. So that brings him down to severely wounded, critical. Yeah, kill shot.
Oh.
That was actually kind of.
She hits something in his chest that's wet and necessary for human survival, and it goes and splatters him all over the wall. He slumps against the wall for a second, not conscious of why he's dead. He's still holding his face from where Bert shot him, and then his ears are ringing from the flashbang. And when he hits the ground, he has enough time to recognize that something hit his chest, and you're not there to see it, but the camera, as it cuts on him, he says, "But you didn't tag me out." And he's gone, remembering some childhood memory of playing baseball.
Mm.
Damn it, I was kind of hoping we could hang him.
All right, then they go.
A good lynching.
Seeing Veronica fire, the sniper and his spotter, who spotted her, and her 2 guys go, "Fuck!" Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, hell.
This
And
is the reason why after
2
you fire, you always move.
quick shots are fired right at Ronnie.
Hey, it's a good way to go out.
With a 4 and a 2, they hit the tree you're hiding behind. Bullets ricochet off the tree and stuff. One of the servicemen who's with you looks up and goes, "Oh, 30-06, hunting rifle." Notice he's not worried. The next group to go would be this guy. Well, that guy was looking at the house. He's out. This guy's that.
Because 30-06 is usually what they use for a sniper rifle in real life.
He was afraid of something like a 50.
Oh, okay.
Because you were talking about that crew service weapon and stuff, blah, blah, blah.
Well, that's a possibility up there. You never know. We already encountered one machine. We've encountered 2
They
machine
flew
guns
in
so
this
far in
turn,
this
so
game,
they're acted out.
Boots, don't you even think
All right.
about getting up on table.
So this guy in the house pops out a window. He's about to shoot the robot. The elf, seeing him about to shoot the robot, just kind of goes, puts her gun towards him. You don't hear it go off. There's like no chemical, no nothing. You hear the hum go, zip. And this bolt telekinetically flies across the battlefield and hits him with the force of a bullet.
Nice.
Ouch.
Yeah, all their technology would be based around their psionics.
That would be kind of cool. No ammunition you have to carry around.
No, she does carry ammo. She's telekinetically firing the bolt, but the rifle gives her more range and power than she would normally have.
Ah, okay. I see what you're saying now.
And she hits him with the 16.
Ouch.
Ouch.
You actually see the bolt like fly around things,
Oh.
and then boom, right in his head. He hits the ground.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, only telekinetically guided rather than a smart bullet from Cyberpunk.
I like smart bullets. Those things are fucking cool.
One of the guys with you watching it goes, "That just gets cooler every time I've seen it."
I mean, dude, man, I get to shoot around corners. I mean, what more fun can you have in a Cyberpunk game?
10's next. Bert.
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 All right, I'm actually going to try and hit something this time.
Want me to touch them?
No. Every time you touch something, it goes wrong. Now I'm screwed. I'm gonna shoot this guy.
All right, roll for it.
Shit!
Well, no, actually, that's probably a hit. Where's
That's a
Bert
7.
firing from again?
Right here. It's a 7.
All right, so it was a medium range shot with your rifle.
Mm-hmm. And +2 because of the scope.
1990, yeah, just medium range. +2 because of the scope, so that basically buys it off, and the night vision buys it off, so it would be 4 still. Here's the coming, that's a 4. You rolled a
7.
Yeah, you've hit.
Okay.
Roll damage.
About the end time I hit something. And 7.
Well, no, 7 plus 4. You have a rifle they're using, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it listed as just 2d8, or is it 2d8 plus 2 or 2d8 plus 4?
It just says 2d8.
Straight 2d8?
Yeah, 30-6.
Oh, basic hunting rifle. Okay, yeah. So, you hit him. He looks down. He's like, oh, shit. and its bullet's gone through his forearm on his left side, ruining his arm.
Ouch.
He's alive. He doesn't want to be. He's alive. He's technically shaken.
Pain is excruciating.
Not to mention he's no longer able to use his weapon. He's effectively out of the fight.
And
If he's lost use of his arm, then it's effectively a kill so far as combat's concerned.
What's his status with the Brahmin?
He's holding onto its arms like, you gonna listen to me?
Okay.
This is around they slid down the ropes to land.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, there's above them that vertibird.
Yeah. Do you
Ah.
really want to piss that thing off?
No. What are they doing?
They slid down the ropes to land on the ground. And they are wearing backpacks. They have some kind of sidearm.
Okay.
I mean, your first take on me, look as if there's some kind of technician.
There's something. They're
Some kind of technical team.
Yeah.
Here for that.
They're not soldiers. It seems.
Yeah.
Well-
the thing is that we don't want to piss off the whirlybird. They
Could
want.
we knock him out of commission without hurting the Brahmin, if possible?
What would you do? You talking about killing him without hurting the Brahmin?
Yeah. Give him a head
Yeah,
shot.
just don't roll snake eyes.
Okay. Gonna go for
The
head
Brahmin,
shot.
the Brahmin does count as cover, so the Brahmin would count as an extra +2.
All right.
4 + 2 + 2 for the darkness, but you have a night vision sight.
Yep.
So it brings us back to 6. He doesn't see it coming. Yeah, you need 6s. Oh, I'm sorry. And then the headshot you added, so you need a 12 if you're aiming specifically for the head. Now you need a 10.
You don't want to kill the bull, huh?
Well, actually, this probably all be female, and there'd be no way you let a bull here alone in the herd. The bull would get aggressive.
Yeah.
Ooh, 10.
Exactly. Pow! It's a headshot. Roll your damage and add.
What's the damage rolls again?
Headshot, I think I said was 2 extra d6.
2d6.
No, my notes on me. I think a headshot was an extra 2d6.
What are you firing?
Well, I'm sorry. Wait. I did that wrong. I forgot. It counts as vitals. Okay, so in Savage Roll,
2d8.
you hit someone vitally, you add 4 to the damage roll. So you're rolling your 2d8 for your rifle.
Got it.
Does the rifle have a 2d8 plus score on it for you?
Nope.
So 2d8 for your hunting rifle, add 4 for the headshot,
Okay.
and you don't have any raises, but that should be enough probably to knock him out.
So just a
I mean, he's
2d8.
not wearing any armor there, so it's
No.
just his toughness.
Yeah, the M16 doesn't have any extras. Just 2
Six?
6 plus 4 is 10. He had a toughness of 6. That's a shaken plus a wound. He's gone.
Okay. Copy that.
He's out of there.
That smells good.
Does, doesn't it? Okay, so that is the end. Darn it, I keep kicking mine. That is the end of the first round. We now have a new round. Ruth, good father. First.
Really?
Yeah. Crap.
No, that's good.
No,
you have
that's
an ace.
good. You have
Yeah.
an ace. You're
I
like.
know. Actually, I actually did not want to go early in the round, though.
Then
I actually
hold.
wanted to wait a
Then
little
hold.
bit. Can I hold?
Yeah, you can hold.
Okay. All right. I want to hold. I want to wait for a targeted opportunity that I can really take advantage of.
So this thing uncloaks, and it is another vertibird, although it's on the ground.
It is a vertibird.
It is a vertibird.
Okay. But it was using a cloaking device.
It
of some
looks
sort.
different than this one, which is painted white. This one's painted all black,
Mm-hmm.
and you've seen one before.
It's
Is
stealthy.
it what? Like the eyeless use?
It's the eye killer vertibird.
Really?
Oh, all right, you've seen one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like an eye killer vertibird.
Crap.
So Reginald was working with the eye killers.
And Veronica's got a bomb.
And Veronica does have a bomb, but she's
Okay.
a little far away to be planting that. And she doesn't have a grenade launcher or anything
the
like
good
that.
father
so
has
she
to
can
use the
shove it
head.
in.
Yeah, and me after you.
Excuse me.
Since
Drink all
that field
tea.
came down, the guys that were in it come spilling out of the vertibird.
Thank you. Yeah, this thing is too deep for me. Well, crap. Now we're really outnumbered.
No shit.
And they had what looks like a whole squad in there plus the pilots.
I really wish we had a rocket launcher at this point.
You said, why can I have an RPG when I need one?
First person to go. Well, actually, he's got a joker. He technically goes first. The good father.
Yeah, but he's taking a
And he
hit.
also has a +2. So
He's
we'll
got a
wait for him
hit
to come back
call.
from the head. So why don't you... So here's what you got. You got vertibird that's not hit the ground, dropping off its people. Now, since it's dropping off its people, it's probably safe to assume that it's not going to stick around. Otherwise, it would have landed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And since it's been here for a turn, you don't have enough time to realize it doesn't have a door gunner. You know, the Brotherhood of Steel ones you see from the gates have a door gunner on each side. This is not armed. So this is apparently just a transport chopper, right? The Eye Killer one's definitely armed.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we
they've
should
turned
keep
off the
that
stealth
up.
field because they're trying to power up to get her to go.
So we should probably
But
take
something
that
has
out.
apparently either gone wrong because now you can see them and the guys are spilling out of the chopper.
Assume the lotus position.
Alright, go. I got to piss.
All right.
So again, as I was referring that you didn't hear, so this is apparently just a transport chopper because you don't see any guns on her.
Okay.
Let me make sure they're still recording.
How do you want it?